हेलो एवरीवन, माई सेल्फ निकिता फ्रॉम कनाडा स्टोरीज. होप आप सब अच्छे होंगे, हेल्दी होंगे. In this video, we would be talking about how to file income tax return in Canada at no cost. It's a free softwares that are available online through which you can file your income tax returns. It's a very easy process. I have submitted my return last week only, so I will share in this video the tips and the learnings which I get when I was filing my return for myself and my husband. And please be aware that the last date of filing for the tax return is 30th of April. So if you're interested and you haven't filed your income tax return in Canada and you have earned some income in the previous year, which is January to December 2020, then you must watch this video till the end and take all the benefits. So stay tuned. I'm a chartered accountant, but I am not from the tax background, but my husband is. Since he was occupied with his CPA preparation, so I took the challenge and to understand what's the requirements and how we can file our income tax return. It's our first return in Canada, so we were a bit nervous also, but yeah, it's a very easy process, and I don't think so if you don't have any complications like capital gain or something like that, or any other source of income other than the salary income. It's a very straightforward process, so you can definitely do it on your own. So I am not a tax advisor, so obviously if you have any complications in your returns, then you definitely should visit a tax advisor or take the help of the available experts on these free softwares. So the starting point is that you must have your T4 from your employer and you must have your SIN number. So these two are the mandatory requirements before you can file your tax return. And if you are claiming any home office expenses and you are going for a detailed method, then definitely you would need a certification from your employer that certifies that you are working from home and you haven't claimed any expenses. First of all, so once you have all the documents ready, then you can create your account in the softwares. So like H&R Block, TurboTax and Wealth Simple. So Wealth Simple was earlier known as Simple Tax, but now it's known as Wealth Simple. So these three softwares provide you an option to file your tax return for free, and also they have their packages that you can opt for if you want to pay some and take some advice from the tax experts. But yeah, so definitely if you don't have any complications, then you can use the free option that is available and start filing your returns. See that this is the H&R Block homepage. You can create your account. Select check software starting at 0. Just sign in and you can just log in and create your account. Similarly, there is another website which is Wealth Simple. Then just click here, and I am new to filing taxes with you, and then you just create a login using this. Another software which is available is TurboTax. So here also you can just sign in, continue. First of all, you need to create your sign in and then you can proceed. Basis my personal experience, I find TurboTax is a very good software. It was easy to understand the flow. However, you must be aware that what all information that you need to submit in your return. So say I definitely need to submit my T4 information. I definitely need to submit deductions. And if you have any other source of income, that is also required. If you have taken any CRB benefits or any kind of benefits from government, you will get a T4A, then that is also need to be submitted. So you should be aware that these information must be filled in your returns. And even if you skip a step, then once you review the steps again, you will realize that, oh, I missed here, then you can just submit it again. So the tip number 1 is you must create your profile in all the three softwares, or maybe 2 softwares to get more comfort. so that you know that your information that you are punching in is correct and giving you the same result or a almost similar result. So since I have already created my account in TurboTax, so that is why it's allowing me to ask directly than my login details. But let's create another account. So then you have to select what is applicable to you, so that it will give you a best outcome. So I select that I have income T4. I want to maximize my credits and deductions. I have a children or dependents. Either I have a donations, I have RRSPs, then you can select that. I have a rental property. My taxes are simple, so I can select that. So whatever is applicable to you, this will help you, this will help the software to identify the best questionnaire for your income tax return. Then there are the products that are available, so you can buy anything if you think that you need any expert advice. But let's go with file the income tax return for zero cost. Then you just have to provide all these details: your email, then your user ID, your phone number, and then password, and then any security question, and then you will just create an account. It's a very easy and simple process. As you can see, after the login you will get this page. So say if you're filing your tax return for the first time, you will click I am filing for the first time. That's exciting. Let's go continue. So this is my 2020 taxes. So welcome to the TurboTax Free. So this is I think the best way to file your return: my spouse and partner and me. So if you have any spouse, I'll give your name and your spouse name. Then continue. Married, what's your marital status? Married, did you married in 2020? Say if you're married, say yes, otherwise no. So how do you prepare your return? So I want to prepare at the same time. So this is what that is advisable. That as you can see, even the software is saying that we recommend that you and your spouse prepare your returns together to optimize credits and deductions. So it is an advisable option. So just select yes and then continue. So do you have a children or financially support any other person? So yes, I have a children. So you just want to give their name. So let me just give anything. Relationship, son, date of birth, continue. So tell us more about the dependents. Do you pay for? So these questions will help you build your questionnaire for your return. And so it's very important that you read each and every question carefully and then answer to that. So do you pay for someone to look after for your child, or could earn income to go to school? So this way, this is not applicable to after school or before school programs. So these are something that they are asking, that you have a nanny or something, that you give them for daycare or licensed daycare or any other sort of thing. So this is definitely not applicable to after school programs. So in my case, it's a no, because I pay for after school program. In 2020, did you receive back a payment of universal? So if you received this, so I said no. Then did you live apart? So I said no. So here you can provide your personal details like first name, middle name, last name, birth date, SIN number, email address, and preferred language. So let me just put something like anything. 1 to 3. So here you will provide your actual SIN numbers, and it's just a test that I am just providing these details. So it's not mandatory, I'm not submitting, but it's recommendatory that you provide your email and then the preferred language. So are you filing an income tax return for the first time? So this is a very tricky question. So if you have received any sort of benefits from CRA, then you need to select no. It's a technical glitch, I don't know, but as per, if you have received any benefits, even if you are filing your tax return for the first time, it will not accept if you select yes here. So if you have to select no. If you have received any kind of benefits like CRB or something like that, then it's a no here. But in my case, I will select yes. And as you can see, the first the first time filer, it's important that your full name and all the name details and this matches the CRA records. So that if they aren't, their tax return could be rejected by CRA's NetFile services. NetFile is like e-filing. So are you a Canadian citizen? No. Are you a Canadian Indian? So in my case it's a no. So CRA's NetFile service accepts prior returns. So you are filing, so no, it's in my case I'm filing for the first time, so it's a no. Continue. As you all saw that I was not able to create a dummy account using the invalid SIN, so I cannot show you the walkthrough. However, we can still discuss. I will just read all the questions from my return and then I will provide my inputs, and then you move on to providing the information where did you live at the end of the year. So this is very important because this is the information basis which you will receive all the credits that are applicable. So it says that where you lived on the last day of the tax year determines what credits you are entitled to. So this is very, very important. And then whether there was a change in residency or not, you move from any other province or not in 2020. So where did you live on the last day of the year, and did you move during the year from any other province? So these are the two information that you need to provide. Then there is a then they ask you about whether there is a change in your residency in 2020. So whether you move into or away from Canada. So in our case also we moved in here in 2020. So we said yes, it was a change. We moved in from India. And what is your so if you have any income that you were earning in Canada, however you were not staying in Canada, so you need to provide that information. And all you need to provide your foreign income. So if you have a child, you definitely have provided that information in CCB application. You need to provide that information here as well. So similarly, these information would be required for your spouse as well. Then they ask you the information related to the contact details, so like address and your telephone number, and whether your mailing address has been changed or not. Then they ask you the other questions, so like did you have any foreign property, did you dispose of any property in Canada which was your principal residence, and then did you were in prison or something, do you have a mental or physical impairment. Similarly, these questions would be asked for yourself and your spouse, so you just need to provide as applicable. Then you will fill your income details, so you will not be able to access the autofill option unless you have a my account. So it's a first return, so there would be no autofill option available for you. Then you provide your T-slip summary. So basically for like form 16 in India, so like T4 is the form 16 here. So T4 employment income, T5 is the investment income. So if you have any if you receive any government benefits from the government, you must have received T4. Then choose the relevant T-slips that is applicable to you, and then start submitting that information into the software for yourself and for your spouse. So once everything is done, then it will give you an income summary. So what is the income summary for yourself and for your spouse? When you're submitting your information, the software automatically asks you that whether you want to upgrade this plan, since you have taken the free option, do you want to upgrade and take some advice from the tax expert. So just read the instructions before you click on anything and upgrade yourself. So if you need any upgrade, then definitely you can go for the upgrades. Otherwise, just say don't upgrade and continue with my free software. Then it will ask you to how to reduce your taxable income. So all these details like RRSP and all that summary that you need to provide if it is applicable to you, all these deductions from your income. And then you provide the deductions related to your dependents if you have any, and this will ask you to provide all these details for your dependents, their SIN number, what was their income, if they have any income, whether they were student or not, and all that information. So just click on as applicable. And did you pay for their child care? So this child care does not include the after school program. So definitely if you are paying any after or before school program, you have to say no. Otherwise, if you are paying on any daycare or something, then it is a yes for you. and then you move ahead and provide all those details as applicable to you. Gives you a deduction that were applicable to you. So I think I missed somewhere related to, yes, so below when you submit the information related to T-slips, in that section only you will provide the information related to employment expenses. So if you are claiming any home office expenses or something like that, definitely you don't have to miss that thing. And keep in mind whether you are opting for a flat deduction or a detailed deduction. So in detailed deduction, you need a letter from your employer that certifies that this person was working from home due to COVID and has not claimed anything from office. So that's one thing. And it will ask you to some question that's similar to the CRA calculator, and just provide that information into that software. And once it's done, it will give you the eligible amount that you can claim in your return, and it is automatically calculated then and there. So once everything is filled in, then it will give you the summary. And what else it asks? Let me see. Okay, so then it asked me, so let's maximize your provincial credits and deductions. And then it asked me, you told us that you lived in Nova Scotia, and then it's asking me more about the Nova Scotia credit. So if anything which is you want to claim or is applicable to you can select. So nothing was applicable to me, so I didn't select anything. And then it gives me the information of credits. And in the last step is just asking me to review my information, what I have already provided, my information and my husband's information. And then it's asked me to take, so whether you want to file on your own at zero cost or you want to take any expert advice. So if you want to take any expert advice, it will add a cost to it. Otherwise, say no thank you and move on. And then it will give you some warnings whether hey, did you miss on this, just check if you have provided that information or not. Just read all those things and see if it is applicable. Otherwise, say done with warnings. And then it will give you option that you can file your e-return, which is here you call it net file. Before that they will ask you to certify a few details, your SIN number, your name and your date of birth. And then when it is done, they ask you the same details for your spouse. Just certify the details are correct. And then they will again ask, you want to take help tax experts? Say no thank you if you don't want to take. And then your final review of numbers, you can download also the PDF, and then say continue if it seems okay to you. Then say yes, you want to set up a direct deposit. Another tip that for net filing, you should have a direct deposit set up in your account. So set the easiest way to set up a direct deposit is through your bank. So in the bank application, there is an option to set up a direct deposit. So first create a direct deposit there, and then just mention here that no, I don't use direct deposit, or my direct deposit information hasn't changed. So select that, and it will ask you to continue. Then it will give you an option to file your return, and it will say that you want to register for CRA online mail. Then they will say yes if you want to, and it's an easiest way because you will receive all the assessments and all those details on your email rather than mail. Then just provide the email address, and then it will give you two option to net file. So net file is it's like e-filing as in India, and otherwise you can also get an option to file in hard, take out the printouts and mail these documents to the CRA along with the direct deposit form. If you are not able to add the direct deposit details through your phone banking or any other mode, then you can add and provide all those details through the direct deposit form. Also, if you are receiving any childcare benefits or something like that, so definitely your details, bank details are with CRA, so there is no issue with adding these to CRA. So in this, just click on net file, and then it will automatically file your returns if it has no errors and issues and everything seems okay. And then once it's done, it will give you some confirmation number and provide the date it was filed. So That's all. It is not a very difficult task. It's very easy. You can do it on your own. Once your net file return is processed, you will receive a notification in your email. You can also receive a mail that your return has been assessed. So once your return is processed, then only you will be able to access your My account in CRA. Otherwise, you will not be able to access My account in CRA. Hope you find this video useful, and you have only 20 days left to file your returns. So just hurry up, gather all those documents and file your returns. It is not a big deal. So hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Thank you.